Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Remember Me. So, we're getting set up to fight Kid Christmas almost certainly, but our mission is to steal the architect's memories, apparently for some reason or another relating to the dam.
Checking on the measurements for number 62.
So I guess we're gonna
that image needs to be moved.
redo her memory.
That is not right. I wish Jesus was moving.
Alright, the controls are a little wonky because I continued to press right, and then when it turned on that right angle, she decided to. So I can just steal her memory, I guess, right here without even having to get in there.
Where was I already? The dam? No, not the dam, huh? That's strange. That's really strange.
How can you have a system like this with just like no security?
Get the security codes. Transfer them to me.
Edge, your bit rate's tumbling.
Someone's trying to hijack our comms. Try to get somewhere higher. Hurry. I'll see if I can find a clean channel.
So we're getting to the roof for a boss fight, I assume? Yeah, even if a hacker... This is like more evidence to the thought that this should have never been a technology that was implemented. If in modern times somebody suggested a device that could, oh, you just jumped through that, that could transfer memories, I don't think anybody would be crazy enough to agree to that. That's just way too dangerous. Obviously some hacker somewhere is going to figure out a way of manipulating or stealing your memories. What is the pattern here? I think these are just broken. So it's gonna flip one way and flip back. And so I think it's probably easiest just to do this. And then drop down to my death. Why does it let me do that if it knew that was gonna happen? I just don't feel like this game has in it enough checks. Clearly it doesn't, because they physically put in a second chance in these instances so you wouldn't just immediately fall to your death, but didn't put any of those second chances in any of the other places where you can just press B. And that's when I should have gone. Go. Jump. And the music starts playing again. Way too many instances where it feels like I should check by going down. Maybe I'm being overly sensitive about it, but it's a game with collectibles, so it totally feels like there will be instances in which I find a collectible by going down. In fact, we've already found one collectible by going downward. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be like Alexander the Great? Maybe. Could be anybody. Could be a character from the game. Like the Wells guy. Very invented since then. So do I want to... Interesting little back jump there. Look at that. When I hit B, she just, without looking or doing anything, very unnaturally hops backwards. That's not a smooth animation. Which is a weird complaint to make for a game like this where there's tons of animation. And I'm still at full health. We can see that there's a package somewhere over there to collect. In the game again, seems like you walk really slow if you just slightly push forward on the left stick for what doesn't feel like the greatest of reasons. Like, it definitely feels like you could have sped up the process and gone to a full-on run much earlier. There's another focus boost. Was that the collectible I was supposed to be collecting? Maybe. The hologram disappeared, so I guess that is. Right, and now to take on Kid Christmas.
Nilin, you read me. Nilin,
Edge,
you read.
I read you.
I got around kids' malware. Send me the codes. Hurry.
Okay,
So
uploading.
how do we know this isn't Kid talking right now?
Perfect. All that's left to do is to hack into the San Michel Dam mainframe.
Caught red-handed. You errorists are shameless. Nilin, all these years and still choosing the losing side.
We know each other.
You were one of the best memory hunters ever. Big girl. Maybe the best, but you took a different road. And look where that got you. A criminal, hunted, and a head full of holes. Political ideals are so last millennium.
You always waste so much saliva. Or is it just when you're on the air?
You always had that cocky, loudmouth thing going for you. I'm gonna enjoy this. Time for the Christmas show!
Now this whole cutscene is in the trailer you see before you hit the start menu in this game. So this is totally spoiled. It was pretty obvious it was going to happen even if you hadn't seen that trailer. But honestly, it is probably the most spoilerific trailers I've seen for a video game in the past 10 years.
Dig my style.
Alright, so mostly all I'm trying to do is
Bet you felt
he's
that.
hitting hard.
You better be sandbagging.
Just
Or you're in
trying
trouble.
Bet you felt that.
I was just trying to build up my focus so I could do this. And it seems like this is the only time you can actually hit him. Is when you're in fury mode. Obviously, he's a big dumb
You've earned
brute,
to taste a kid's
so
hammers.
fast-paced
It's time
attacks
to
are what you want.
meet the Spider! Yeah! Come on!
And this is just all holographic walls that I assume
Number one!
is
Boom! Right
ask
there.
this question. Apparently, yes, hitting
Bet
the
you
wall
felt that.
does stop you.
Take my gift. No rules. No foul.
I'm trying to heal myself. But I guess it's probably better to just do this.
That's enough.
It seems like your combo can't go much above 10. I kind of need to get some health back, but maybe not. so
Well done,
much.
big girl. You're through to the final segment of the show.
Shut up and fight.
Excellent proposition. It's time for sudden death! Come on! Come on! That's the best you got!
So, as good of a memory hunter as she is, unless there's an idea here that you are full of unless you're full of nanobots that makes you hit harder than this guy, just the mass and muscle on him seems really too much. It's like, it's not even a question that she should lose. Even if she is fast and agile.
Oh, kid. All these years, and still on the losing side.
See, there was some quick time events for the first time in the game.
Not here. Not in front of my fans.
So am I gonna change his memory? No, I'm just gonna overload him.
No, wait, we can talk. I can give you a whole other...
I assume that's murder. Oh, at least it's knocking him out. Either way, that's pretty cool on TV. Apparently those drones aren't going to do anything. I now have some kind of upgraded ability.
Nilin, thanks to the codes you sent me, the error's counterattack will begin in just a few minutes. Use all this confusion to get out and make your way to Slum 404.
Okay, so 404 is file not found, by the way, and that's a geek error reference. HTML. Well, actually, it's an HTTP error, not an HTML error. HTML is what you make web pages with. HTTP is what you transfer things over the internet, not particularly just web pages. I'm sure nobody cares about that. Spammer, invented by Kid Xmas. Spammer shoots data bursts that will stun and damage your opponent's senses. Fire at will, but watch the gauge. To use Spammer to jam augmented reality, enable devices, press left to bump, left to target, and right to shoot. So these augmented reality force field devices, I'm not sure like really what you take that from. There were force fields, and then the augmented reality is how you control them, I guess. This has a kind of a weird feel like the Matrix movies, where it's how does everything work, particularly by that third movie.
The name is Nilin. This time, you'll remember me.
That was an interesting choice in the sound effects. And now apparently we're getting a full-on
At 10:47
commercial.
this morning, sirens blared throughout the entire city when the Saint-Michel Dam suddenly opened, releasing billions of liters of water from the Saint-Louis artificial lake into the peaceful Saint-Michel district. As you can see on these Sen images, the gigantic wave swallowed everything in its way. The scale of this catastrophe is difficult to imagine at this time, as the Neo-Paris authorities are already reporting dozens dead and several hundred missing. On the other side of the dam, the sudden lowering of the water level has not gone without consequence for the inhabitants of Slum 404, a neighborhood well known for ongoing social unrest. The Saber Force has immediately been deployed in and around the area to contain any potential riots. Indeed, the now empty Saint Louis Lake has put an end to the isolation of the Bastille Fortress, home of the most dangerous criminals in Neo-Paris. Stay tuned for more.
So, we flooded the rich district, we deflooded Slum 404, and we opened the door to bring some more prisoners. If you shut the door to all arrows, truth will be shut out, says that quote.
Using the architect's codes I'd stolen, Edge sabotaged the Saint-Michel Dam, flooding the Comfortress. According to him, it was just desserts for those who only worried about their own comfort. Why did I do what he asked? I could have left the city. Invented myself a new life somewhere else.
Good question.
But I wanted to come back to being public enemy number one. Was it part of who I am? Have we brought justice for the outcasts of Slum 404? Or have my actions condemned them to more suffering? Only a militant believes that the ends always justify the means. Ed revealed to me that my memory had been conserved in the fortress of the Bastille since my conviction. I have to go there and recover my true self. The only way to get into the Bastille is with the memories of Johnny Greenteeth, a colourful resident of Slum 404. The problem is that no one knows who he really is, or where he hides out.
Sure, not a lot of gameplay in those cutscenes. I wonder if at some point we're going to hack our own memories. I guess we have to get them first before we could hack them. This would have been, that would have been a good point to ask you, do you want to erase your own memory of your involvement in that crime? Like, there could have been several incidences like that where you...
Okay, Nilin.
The game could have
Tommy can help you
asked
get back
that.
inside La Bastille. Go back to his bar.
Couldn't he have done that this morning when I was there?
No, we had to drain Slum 404's lower levels first.
You got everything planned out, huh?
So... a lot of water. Stepping in puddles. Mechanics. Yeah, you could have added a simple just text screen to say, do you want to forget what you did at the end of each chapter? And done something like a Telltale game at the end and said, well, this number of players did this, or you chose to do this, you chose not to do that. It really wouldn't have had to have played any bigger role in the gameplay. This is an odd collection of the exact same model. It's just scaled to different sizes and spun around. Apparently Bits of Fish is a fish cart franchise. Unless that's just a description of what's there. I kind of like all at one, let's trade with a smile. I kind of like the random noise as an idea. I'm not sure I like it in video games. It feels kind of realistic. But then right now it also feels kind of awkward because there's nobody around. I think it should probably be a lower murmur of noise instead of a small collection of sound effects. Let's see. I think that's probably what I'm missing there. Life chunk. Fist set patch collected. You get an extra health gauge. Nice. I'm not sure I collected all of the ones in the previous level. Although I'm not sure I'd really want to go back and try and find everything either. This feels like a game that is just barely good enough to play once. It's hard to justify replays on a lot of things. No squatting. Why are there robots in the slum? That's a question. So even in the slums you have robot helpers? Potentially robot prostitutes? I wonder if these robots were originally going to be human characters and they just changed it at the last second. Sector under quarantine by the government decree. So if we end up in the exact same place we were before... Alright. Scare makes up parasites that feed on ambient memory transfers. Listen carefully for the distinctive sound to locate them and shoot them with the spammer to get a PMP XP bonus. Okay. You just have to spam the spammer to kill them. There's a lock
Things took a bad turn around here.
Yeah. They may call themselves terrorists, but they certainly seem to be terrorists. To me. Their cause may be just, but they are certainly using terrific terror-inducing actions. I wanted to see if maybe I could find a rat and shoot it with the spammer. Keep an eye out.
As emergency teams flounder in the wake of the Saint-Michel flood, the enigmatic errorist leader, known simply as Edge, has taken credit for this outrageously cruel act of sabotage. The botched arrest of kinky memory burglar Nilin, errorist and Edge's current fun buddy, seemed to confirm the errorist leader's claims. Chief of Saber Force Captain Squarejaw Tightpants Trace has promised a take-no-prisoners approach to counter this.
What is she saying? What kind of news reporting is this?
In the wake of the Saint-Michel flood, the enigmatic errorist leader, known simply as Edge, has taken credit for this outrageously cruel act of sabotage.
Seems like somebody's hacked this.
Memory burglar Nilin, errorist and Edge's current fun buddy, seemed to confirm the errorist leader's claims. Chief of Saber Force Captain Squarejaw Tightpants Trace has promised a take-no-prisoners approach to counter this threat to Neo-Paris. As emergency teams flounder in the wake of the Saint-Michel
This really has like kind of a Blade Runner inspiration to it. Some of these sections.
The botched arrest of kinky memory burglar Nilin.
But honestly, if you tried to do the visual aesthetics of Blade Runner in a video game, it'd be so dark. Just visually dark, I mean. It would be an incredibly frustrating game to play. Of course, we do have a lot of games on Steam that love to put the player in incredibly dark places, visually speaking and thematically speaking. Right. Look for more collectibles. I guess it's down here in this red light district, I assume. Yeah, I don't know how you save the world in a situation like this. I think it's too little too late. If people have implanted these devices and they literally can't can't remember things anymore, and they're turning into monsters. They're basically losing their mind. There's another hitch. New combos available in the combo lab. Press back on the Sensen menu. Why is it available now? Like, honestly, why of all times? Let's see, do I even have enough to justify? Like, I have no pressing keys, so so ideally, and I don't think you can actually do this, you would want these to in some way be similar. So if it was Y, X, Y, X, X instead of Y, X, Y, X, Y, that would be great. But it's not. So I guess I can swap this with this, and then swap this with this, and then it still feels like I could change out the XXX combo for a power combo, but I don't see a reason to do that. So like, I'm never gonna use that combo. Instead, what I'm gonna try to do is just build up my focus. What might be worth trying out is seeing if I have my focus at a full level. I thought he was done. There you go. So now my focus is at the maximum. It's interesting, she puts up her arm. So at some point throughout the game, they're going to ask you to run through the fighting section. And I bet there's probably an achievement for doing the longest combo that unlocks in the game. But I bet that's kind of it. So at the final boss fight, I'll try and do one combo. And imagine. I could have also tried this during the fight. See how that works. And if there's any more of those memory things, I haven't seen them. Seems like there should be a lot of them, but seems like for the most part you, like right now I'm hitting the left bump and it's not there's nothing around the target. So this Bits animation is getting more scantily clad now. See little insects, little cockroaches crawling potentially through the ceiling. And she's looking. That was interesting. She was looking up at that too. I think I caught some way there. Let's see, where are these insects going? They kind of just disappear into the wall. Interesting. And Seems like whenever we're in the slums, we get put in a place where we get put in a position where there's these leapers who are going to cause us trouble. There's a foobar, which is a military term for effed up beyond all recognition. Oil leak. Of course, these may just be the name of these androids. Remember, they're called androids if they have a humanoid form. They're called robots as a more generic term. Cyborgs if they have some human biological component to them and they were originally human. I would say you're probably a synthoid if you're a robot or an android built with synthetic biological technology.
The oh so serious chief of Saber Force. Howdy, Captain. How would you gauge the errorist threat?
We're witnessing the last desperate acts of a dying movement.
Really?
It feels like
a headline sabotage, a crazy ass flood, thousands of citizens doing the
feels like this guy has gone. This news reporter has gone crazy.
And we have public enemy number one, that mad cat Nilin, still at large. This dying movement is up and dancing on the tables.
Saber forces are deployed around Slum 404 to deter any spread of civil unrest. Chaos shall
So,
not be allowed.
is this perhaps an indicator that the news reporter is getting turned to the area side? Perky Maggie. Maybe the other news reports we saw were from a different character. Some more of these. Feels like the game might be working its way towards me walking into a bordello. Alright, so I just tried to shoot the rat that walked across the area. My spammer did not activate. It's kind of a shame. It feels like that would have been some standard video game fare to grind on rats, even if you were just getting 10 or even 1% experience, 1 point of experience.
He told you. He died twice.
Kavina.
He died twice.
We've heard that phrase, he died twice. I wonder if that's going to play anything. Open party 24/7 private. Open 24/7 private party. I'm still not 100% sure that there are any humans in this bordello, though. It seems very much like it might be robots only. Although with the Sensen and the ability to transfer memories, I'm kind of surprised that there's even a desire to have sex as much, frankly.
Punish! Surveillance!
If you can just experience it without going through the effort, and the game has even mentioned that they do that, they transfer memories over like currency of sexual experiences. So I guess maybe this is how they create those memories. I want to talk about this one. This one is odd. I would hate to find out that these were painted by like fans or done for free. But yeah, this tagging seems odd and out of place for the game. It feels like something you'd see in a horror game compared to something like that, which makes a lot more sense, or something like that that is just generic. I guess you're getting a realistic experience of what the real world would be like if it was tagged everywhere, where different taggers doing different art styles.
Order! Regret, order! I am the remedy to your sadness. Take mine!
So another leaper knocks me down. Alright. Can I not activate it? Shoot prowlers that are hanging with the wall of spam. Hold left bump to target them. Use right to toggle targets. Press right. Let's try it. Right. That's not gonna work. This is not good. I need to hit X, hit X, hit Remember, I'm on normal. Alright, so let's run through here. Get back to this point.
I am the remedy to your sadness.
And there's no skip button. So if this happens a lot, it's going to be an issue. Alright. So it won't even let you move forward until it is certain that you've read the dialogue. Yeah. So that worked. X, X, Y, X. Perform the next hit as you land a strike. So Y, X, Y, X, Y. Like, I'm trying to do the heal move, and it's just not working at all. And the music got a little bit further, but I don't think I'm ever going to hear that full bit of song. Just don't think that's going to happen. We're looking for a collectible at the top. And let's see. A magical door appeared. And I'm fairly certain that we'll just find out that we are let's see, what does this do? Shutter close. Close. I guess that's what I was supposed to do. And back this way. Is that where I'm supposed to go, or am I supposed to fall down? I feel like I was already in this section, so if I fell down, I feel like the game would probably penalize me and kill me. I can only go forward. So it looks like there's a collectible over there.
To celebrate his 25th anniversary, Classic Jax is back, but with all the latest innovations.
Jax? This ad. I've heard it before.
That's a good sign, sister. It means your core memory resisted the treatment.
Jax knows everything.
Yeah, so you've heard a commercial before. That's hardly a huge revelation. Remember a toy.
A Happy Place product. Happy Place, the place for fun.
There we go ahead and heal.
Jax knows everything. Jax does everything. Jax looks out for your children.
I guess maybe
and
the
your children
collectible is
love
over
him.
there.
To celebrate his 25th anniversary, Classic Jax is back, but with all the latest innovations, making him toy #1 this season. Jax the Panda, a Happy Place product. Happy Place.
I assume
the place for
I'm not
fun.
supposed to jump down.
Jax knows everything.
Down there?
Jax does everything. Jax looks out for your children.
Jax
and your
knows
children
everything,
love
Jax
him.
does
To
everything.
celebrate his 25th anniversary,
spooky.
Classic Jax is back, but with all the latest innovations, making him toy #1 this season. Jax the Panda, a Happy Place product.
Yep, and if you fall, you die.
Knows everything. Jax does everything.
Did that just say if I did a
Jax.
6-hit combo, I would
This ad.
be
I've heard
benefited
it
from
before.
that?
That's a good sign, sister. It means your core memory resisted the treatment.
Making him toy #1 this season. Jax the Panda, a Happy Place product. Happy Place, the place for fun.
They could at least
Jax
be
knows
decent
everything.
and
Jax does
have
everything.
me fall and like break my back, have an animation there.
To celebrate his 25th anniversary, Classic
Even if it
Jax
was
is
just
back, but with
one
all the latest
very
innovations,
simplistic
making him toy #1 this
animation of
Jax
hitting the
the
ground.
Panda, a Happy Place
Well, you know, fading to black with a scream would have worked a little bit better too. Just silently leaving. There was recently a story that came out about Uncharted where the creators of Uncharted said, actually Drake in Uncharted doesn't soak up bullets and take damage. The red screen when he is getting quote-unquote shot is actually his luck running out and he isn't getting shot, which is kind of just like a weird mental gymnastics to explain the gameplay mechanics away and theoretically try to say your game is less violent than it is. I'm kind of wondering if that's the same thing here, is that in the mind of the creators of this game, they're saying when you fall, you're not falling to your death, you're just, I don't know, resetting, because that's not how it really happened in the canonical story. Seeing a lot of big empty areas. Feels like there should have been some leapers or something here. There they are. I've come to realize that you actually don't need to follow the combos at all. It kind of works just fine to do whatever you want and press any button. At least it feels like it does. Maybe that's not really the case. Maybe you actually do have to load delaying combos to do damage to him. But you can totally, really, you're gonna pause it in the middle of the menu to make me go in here. New present is available. The chain present inherits and multiplies the effort of your previous presents in the combo. Okay, a chain present is rare and very powerful. Choose where you place it wisely. Also remember that the further a present is placed in a combo, the bigger effect will be. This also applies to chain presents. Now use your present to create a combo. So, like, clearly, you place that there, and you replace this with this one, and it certainly feels like I have a lot more chain presents than I should have. So now the heal comes from that. So if I could do X, Y, Y, X, Y, Y, that would be great. Although it feels like I could probably do this. And this would increase the regeneration even more. Let's see what that does. So at least on this third combo we have a better experience. So didn't realize there was a guy there. Why don't I have the something more than the fury yet? That seems odd. Now we have a key. And there was an achievement for knocking those guys off the edge. And they don't drop anything, so knocking them off the edge is actually a very good concept. And of course we have to come back in here, spend a key, and there's like only one thing to even spend a key on. I have to figure out what a cursor is, however. It's way over on the right. So I could get an X or I could get a Y. I guess I want a Y for that. Throughout the game up until this point, I'm really only practicing to press XXX. Seeing these presents here, it doesn't feel like there's gonna be any more. I honestly feel like you can only have, I guess, 7 of any one type, and you can only, I assume, they're gonna unlock a 4th combo that is a 7 combo. I suppose this is so that there are many different ways in which you can fail combos, more than you really need. Instead of the game like just being happy that you pressed a button and did a combo in general, they seem like they're gonna punish you if you don't do the specifically listed combos in the menu. We need another 3,000 for our next upgrade. This Scaramex says there's 54 more of them. That's there's going to have to be a point where we just start seeing them all over the place, or they are really, really far away. And I've missed a bunch. As far as sat patches, we're at 11 of 25, which makes me feel like we would be close to the halfway point of the game. Of course, that does not come in line and make sense with that. And then focus boosts, yeah, we're not anywhere close to having all of those. Then, as far as collectibles, we haven't seen a new collectible in a while. We're just actually going back to the leaky brain, so I guess right now this objective is a pretty dull objective. And we have 14 out of 40 of these collectibles. Feels like there's less than 40 listings here. Wait a minute. There's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. Exactly 40. Yeah. Okay. Exactly 40. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. It's been another 45 minutes. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. If you want to support me, friend me on Steam, gift me a game. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.